Hi, it's Melon here. Just wanted to create a video on my experience of farming for the Lucid Nightmare mount in WoW, World of Warcraft, which is actually an evil looking unicorn. It looks pretty cool, so I wanted it, and there were some interesting puzzles and riddles you have to figure out. This isn't a new mount, so many people have already figured out all the riddles, so luckily I already have the answers to them. It's just having to fly to all the different worlds around World of Warcraft to pick up the next riddle and solve it and move on to the next thing. So all in all, this process took me about 5.5 hours. Some of the places, because it took me a long time to travel to, since this is my first expansion really playing, I didn't have all the flight paths to be able to go quickly to the different areas in the world. But, eventually I was able to get there. There's several riddles and puzzles to solve. The first few took maybe about an hour to complete, a little over an hour. And then the last part, which is the maze, took me maybe 4 hours to figure that one out. That one is unique, so there's no way to look at someone else's maze and use that to solve yours. You just have to figure out yourself, and it took me a very long time. I got confused a lot of times. I really wanted to give up, but I was already, I think at that time I was like 3 hours in. I was like, oh my gosh, I just need to finish this. So I stayed up late till like maybe 2 or 3 in the morning, I think, to get this mount. So I am definitely proud of having it. I'm using it in WoW whenever I can. Unfortunately, it can't fly, which would be amazing if it could fly, but that's okay. It's still a really cool unicorn mount. So I hope you enjoy this video of just how my experience is. So first you begin in the Curiosities and More shop in Dalaran. There's a scroll there, you click and open it. It says it begins in the 2104059 with the most pleasing sign. That's an anagram for the Ulduar patch back in the Wrath of the Lich King. So basically you just head to the Ulduar raid. Once you get there, you need to defeat XT002 Deconstructor, which is in the very, very back over there. All very easy. Once you defeat him, you go to that scrap pile in the northwest. There's a little latch that you need to click on. It'll basically lead you to the next puzzle. But this is a light puzzle, very easy. You just have to follow the shape. I have no idea how they figured out this shape, but it kind of looks like a snowflake. It's an easy puzzle, just takes a long time, and having to make sure everything's lined up took me a while to do. After that, you get the scroll that says 1,000 years in prison, surely it wears on the mind. So that's telling you to head to the Temple of Anchorage, and you have to defeat the twins, which opens this little secret door that you go through. So here it is. You click on the larva there, then you get this little mini game that's kind of like Bejeweled. You match 3 or 5 of the brains, and then you can win. Once you get there, it tells you that your next scroll says deeper than deep awaits your seat. So this tells you to go to Deepholm. There's a fissure here at Deepholm. You go down to the cave. For this, you actually have to have the Shadow Weave mask with you. You put it on, and then you click on that chair. A scroll will appear in the front. You click on the scroll, and then a scroll appears. This is your next clue. It basically tells you to head to the Nomergan instance, where you have to go find these little levers. The number here that you need to push is 12221765997. Very easy. Again, I have no idea how they figured this out, but it's just, basically hitting up over and over and again till you get the right numbers. Once that's done, another scroll appears for your next clue that says games and toys are left behind when you awaken screaming. That is interpreted to mean Valshara, so that is the next place you'll need to go in the Legion area. So here I'm still solving it. Done. Then the next one, you have to untangle these lines. Very simple puzzle too. It's pretty fun. I enjoyed this one. You just kind of click around, get them untangled. Blue means good, red is bad, so just keep clicking till you get all the blue lines untangled. This one will have another clue which says what you seek is buried within. So that actually means you need to head to the Tomb of Secrets in the Kunlai Summit. That one took me a long time to get to, but that is this first is the first few puzzles that were about an hour for me. So these were all the easy parts. This last part is the Endless Halls puzzle, which just drove me crazy. Here I'm still solving it. Easy, click around, doesn't work, try again. Yay! Next one. This is where it took me about 3-4 hours. I think it was 4 hours for this puzzle. Once you get the Tomb of Secrets, there's this urn that you have to click on. You eat the ashes and you head in. For this puzzle, there are basically 5 orbs and 5 plaques. So that's the blue plaque there. You have to put the blue orb into the blue plaque. There's yellow, red, purple, blue, and green. Then for each room, there are 4 entrances or 4 doors. They will be blocked. So here, I actually started off just drawing this maze. It took me 2.5 pieces of paper to draw all this out. And in the end, I just got so confused. There is an add-on you can basically use, and it's so much easier. So I would recommend doing the add-on in the very beginning. You'll see later that I put it on, and that's how I solved the puzzle a lot faster. So I actually got to 3 orbs and 3 plaques, and then I just got confused on the last 2. So it was a lot of work. You just basically go in and out, mark where, what doors are closed off, what are on, are open, and you just keep going exploring. You do get trapped in some places, and you have to, and some places just teleport you back to some random place in the maze. That's why it's confusing. Even if you draw your map linear, it's actually not linear, which you'll see when you do the add-on. It's a lot easier to see. I would also recommend not turning in all the orbs. At first, I would kind of explore the whole map so you know exactly where all the plaques and all the orbs are, and then you can confirm in case there is a trap somewhere. You'll know, oh, this is where the trap is, and you know not to go there. I actually didn't do that, so at first I would turn in all 3 orbs and then kind of got confused on where I was in the map. Do know though, after a while, the plaques do come back to show you where it was, so I think they know you're having a hard time, and then they kind of bring it back to help you. Here I got the yellow orb. Next one, this is the last part that got me really confused. I could find the green orb, but I could not find the green plaque. I found the blue plaque, which was in the very beginning, but I could not find the blue orb. So here I got stuck for a very, very long time, and I was basically ready to give up. So then, here's where I decided to add the add-on. Here I'm trying to put it on. You have to kind of go back in. Basically, we're starting over, kind of. It already had the other 3 orbs in, luckily. But you see, it's very easy. You can tell it where it's closed off. You click on it, you can, tell which one's the orb, which room has the plaques, and you just kind of follow these little squares that you have on that add-on. Very early on, I was lucky here to find that there was a trap. I was going to go in circles if I kept going that way. So then I basically have to backtrack and try to find a different opening. There are also, I think, 2 stories here. So some of the, if you go into the rooms, you can see some have stairs and some don't. So I tried to just explore all the bottom floor first to make sure there were no plaques or orbs that I missed. And then I moved on to the second floor. So here I found the red plaque. I'd actually already turned this in, so I was like, why is the red plaque showing? I was really confused, but I think the game knew I was having trouble. Also, the red plaque there was a trap. There was a teleport that just would make me go in circles, so I kept finding the red plaque. I was so frustrated here, and I didn't know why. And this add-on helped me see that, oh, there's a trap here. Don't go that way. So then I had to backtrack again to see which room I didn't go through yet and try to figure out the other ways that I need to go in the maze. Luckily, I did draw it out, and I was able to kind of match up the patterns with my drawing to the add-on here. So I kind of figured out most of it already. It's just that one part that I just kept getting stuck on. So here you see I found the blue plaque, the red plaque. Here, finally found the green plaque. Oh my gosh, I was so excited. Last one was the blue orb. I had no idea what the blue orb, so I tried to backtrack I knew it wouldn't be near the red one because that just made me go in circles. So here I'm just going backwards. I knew where the blue plaque was, and there was an opening right near the blue plaque that I hadn't explored yet. So I decided to go back. Finally found the blue orb. Now, the moment of truth. Once I turn it in, do I get the mount? We did it! So the last part, you get that scroll, and it basically tells you to head to the Forgotten Crypts. Here, too bad you don't actually get the mount immediately. You still have to fly somewhere. But once you get to the crypt, you fly down, explore the crypts. There's this room. You'll see that little chest over there. You go up to the chest. Wow, I finally got the freaking Lucid Nightmare mount. So here it is in all its glory. You see it's a beautiful, beautiful unicorn. I really do wish it had wings. I think it would look even cooler, but I am definitely enjoying my mount. I'm using it whenever I can. I think it's something to be proud of because it did take many hours just to do this. And that maze, it's just terrible. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you give me a like, I'd really appreciate it. And